Hey, what's up YouTube? Optic Ashes here bringing you another video, and today I'm going to be bringing kind of a quick, brief, hopefully one take video about the recent roster changes that we've seen tonight. Tonight is December 28th, and we've seen kind of some interesting changes. So the first thing that I saw was announced was basically Excels and Soto were leaving Equifox, and it wasn't really officially announced, at least from what I saw on Twitter, but kind of like news that they were departing. Following that, we see that eUnited is actually making a change, and that they're letting go of Kyle and Clouds. This was obviously a pretty obvious sign to anybody who pays attention that there was going to be kind of like a trade rather than an actual like those players getting dropped, because both teams are trying to get, or both sets of players rather, are trying to get on the best teams that they can. Those are the best options at the time. So a trade basically occurs. So we have a new Equifox roster consisting of, I believe, Speedy, Franco, the Clouts and Kyle who were dropped, and then Kraz. And on the new eUnited roster, you have Excels, Soto, and then you have Demo, Icy, and Dispensa, Tommy. Sorry. So after this roster change, I would have said that eUnited got the better roster on paper. You've got a lot of slaying power. You've got just a lot of raw talent on that team. Now, I will say Kyle performs really, really well for them online. Like he can really carry them. It's just more at LAN where he doesn't show up as strongly, but he's still a good player. And Klaus has also proven to be a pretty consistent player as well. And this change kind of surprised me that they were going to drop those two. If I would have said any change would have been made, I would have said Icy would have left that team. But, you know, it is what it is. The Excels, Soto leaving Equifox doesn't surprise me as much, simply because I think that Equifox had a lot of internal issues in terms of how the players worked with each other. They were talented, but rather than like losing around and adjusting, they lost around and argued. So I think that kind of like internal issue was what might have caused this roster change. I, of course, don't know. I'm just kind of speaking out of my ass here. But on paper, I think that eUnited would have gotten a stronger roster out of this. And I think most people can agree. And that could be the case in the future. But tonight we had a 250 tournament, so it was kind of like a moment to test out these new rosters. And not only did the Equifox roster beat the new eUnited roster, they also went on to beat Envy in the grand finals. Now, it's just a 250. It's online. It's not the same as on LAN. And obviously, I'm not suggesting that anybody look too much into this. But as far as roster changes go, maybe Equifox got the better deal out of this. I mean, it could come down to how well Kyle plays online compared to how well he plays on LAN. And on LAN in Mexico is going to make a huge difference. And we'll see how this all turns out. It's really cool that these teams were able to make sort of like a straight trade. And I hope that everything kind of went down without any shade being thrown or anything like that, any kind of disrespectful, talk or behavior. But yeah, that's basically the roster change that we saw tonight, and it's pretty interesting. And I think a few other things have happened. I saw Rosado from Enix tweeting out that he was a free agent. I know Rushies had left that team anyways, so I think some other top teams are causing some mix-ups, but I don't know enough about them to really talk about them. I really want to talk about the Equifox eUnited, and then the results of the 250 with Equifox, the new Equifox roster, winning the entire thing. Now, just to be clear, there is also kind of a known thing whenever a roster change like this happens. It's called the honeymoon phase. And basically, it's the same thing as in relationships, right? Everything's clicking, everybody's playing well, everybody's happy about the new change, and it shows in the results. But then you start getting that first loss, and personalities change a little bit, and that first argument might start. So again, we can't look too much into this current roster change, but I do think it's pretty interesting. I'm happy for my friend Franco, who is doing well with this new change. And I'm excited to see what eUnited can bring to the table with this new roster. I think they have a ton of potential. And like I said, I'd still give them credit for being the stronger team on paper. So it'll be interesting to think. Guys, Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and leave a thumbs up while you're there, and maybe subscribe while you're down there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit of a change of pace, but I just, it was something I needed to talk about. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.